Recently, a new solution appeared in the Kickidler product line, Kickidler DLP, which was developed specifically for some customers for their request in order to be able to control the work with sensitive data. Now this solution is available to everyone. Kickidler DLP allows you to control work with critical data without spending a lot of machine resources on it. The Kickidler DLP program implements the following functions that could prevent data leakage. Prohibition of performing various actions with documents on the user's machine based on the contents of the documents, content analysis, including search through password-protected archives. This function is implemented in the settings in the section Global Settings, Software Suite Settings, Users, DLP, Text Image Speech. The program analyzes the contents of the files that the user uses, and depending on the selected action, prohibits the transfer of information outside the company and / or informs the user about the prohibition of actions with a particular file. Watermarking of documents. There is the possibility of hidden marking of images copied from the screen by pressing Print Screen and the scissors/screen fragment application. The purpose of this marking is the possibility of subsequent identification of the employee, his PC, and the date, if this image is ever discovered in open sources or in some other way ends up in the possession of company security personnel. Typically sensitive screen data or data of commercial value is captured and sent. To obtain information from the watermarks on an image, you need to click on the View Watermarks button and select the image file for analysis, after which information about the found employee and date will be displayed, or 0 results if there are no watermarks or it was not possible to extract them. How to configure watermarking utilization in Kickidler DLP solution. You need to configure this option in Global Settings, Software Suite Settings, for users. Prohibiting the usage of USB devices. When enabled, users will not be able to access selected USB devices. Instead, a message will be displayed in the tray about the impossibility of use. You could configure that in Global Settings, Software Suite Settings, for users, restrictions. Whitelist. Ability to configure a whitelist of applications. Only applications and sites from the list can be opened by the user. You could configure that in Global Settings, Software Suite Settings, for users, restrictions. Here you could configure whitelist or blacklist of applications. Interception of data on user computers. The program allows you to monitor many sources of information used by users, mail, websites, information typed on the keyboard, files, and so on. You could configure which are needs to be monitored in Global Settings, Software Suite Settings, for users, monitoring. Monitoring all suspicious actions of employees. In the program, you can define actions that will be considered as suspicious, for example opening multiple tabs in the browser, sending multiple files, copying a large number of files. You could configure that in Global Settings, Software Suite Settings, for users, atypical behavior. Monitoring correspondence and voice conversations in mail and instant messengers. The program allows you to monitor correspondence and voice conversations in mail and instant messengers. The ability to prohibit actions such as copying a screenshot to the clipboard, sending/receiving files via the FTP protocol, network connections via Wi-Fi/Bluetooth/USB modem, launching programs in accordance with the black and white lists, access to removable media, etc. You can monitor user actions in real time, see running processes, and take screenshots in the program interface called BOSS Online. The BOSS Offline module allows you to generate a variety of reports based on the collected statistical data, in particular, a report on time at work, sites visited, file operations, computer time spent and many others. UBA functions. Keyboard handwriting. The report allows you to assess the employee's condition in the workplace, alcohol, drug intoxication, depression, stress, or identify the possible work of another employee under someone else's account, with a certain degree of reliability. Analysis of the intensity of communications within the company and outside it. Anti-mining, analysis of GPU load of video cards. Anti-photo, function to prevent taking pictures of the screen with important data, recording the fact of photographing the screen from a smartphone, detecting and prohibiting the action, informing the manager about this action. Employee monitoring. Employee monitoring desktop control. The program allows you to track which sites and programs the user used and take screenshots of the screen when an event occurs from the list of events. It is also possible to monitor employee screens and connect to microphones. Monitoring the presence and activity of employees in the workplace. Biometric user identification, facial recognition from webcam.